Morning, it's Monday morning. I am, as you can see in the back garden here and in the greenhouse, I'm going to get the rest of the stuff potted up this morning. It's 8:30. I'm going to get these done, I'm going to get the tomatoes done, I'm going to get the rest of the stuff that needs potting up. Then I'm going to go down to the garden and I'm going to spend a good few hours down in the garden getting a few beds prepared, get my big rotavator out, get the beds rotavated for the marrows, get everything prepared for the marrows going in as well. Well, haven't I got my work cut out for me? I've just come down just to do a quick span of the allotment to see what I can get sorted today. I've got a list in my head of things I'm going to get sorted. I'm going to start off in here in the brassica cage. Now, I was just going to leave them holes there left open, but what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to plant some fairway cauliflower in here, and that's them planted out. I've got other places to tidy up. I've got next door to go and bring the rotavator out, but I've got a lot of tidying up to do, so I'm just going to get started and just get cracked on and just get it done. So first task sorted out. I've got them fairway cauliflowers just planted in here. The idea behind it is by the time I pull these giant swede, I'll have a crop of cauliflowers coming in behind it, and then I can plant some seeds directly in the ground from in September where the cauliflowers, where the swedes were anyways. On the other side here, the red giant cabbage are picking up nicely. I gave them a feed with some Chempac 2 last week as well. That's one I've just left in a 5-litre tub just for comparison. And you can see it's much better in the ground already. Right, I've brought some plants down. The plants I brought down, I brought 2 giant tomatoes down. I've brought my runner beans down, I need to get them put out. I've got a couple of the marrows, which I'm going to plant out today. And I've brought down the 5 heavy and long cucumbers. Now the heavy and long cucumbers and the tomatoes are going to be going in the polytunnel. The new one, not the new one, the yellow one, should I say. I need to go and get that tidied up before I put them in there. So as you can see inside the yellow tunnel here, what I'm going to have cucumbers on one side, I'm going to have tomatoes on the other, then I'm going to have some space across the back, which I'm going to put them leeks across the back, and I just need to get this whole thing tidied up. Okay, I brought the cucumbers in here. I've had a bit of an accident on transporting one, and the main runner on one of them is snapped off, but I'm not going to be too worried about it. There's a secondary one I'll probably come up as well. But show you this as well. This fencing, this is only a little bit of what I got. I got this for free. A friend was throwing it out, but another person's rubbish is another person's treasure. So what I've been able to do with this is I've got a basically using it like a support. A mesh support across the top of here, so just run it across this side, so when the cucumbers, because they will get taller than this section here, they will climb up there, then just climb over here, then just hang down. And the plan is that the fruit will hang down here and I can just support it and attach it to these, or even if need be leave it on top of there. But we'll see what becomes anyways. But all I've done with this is I've drilled a few pilot holes through these bits of wood here, some cable ties. That's all I've used to attach the cable ties. And on here I'm getting some hooks, and I've just put the hooks on there so that can't fall out of there. I've cleaned some 10-litre buckets and I've cut the holes out, and I've got them all set there. So basically I'm ready to plant out, which I'm going to actually plant these out now. So I'm going to do these all now. They're all done. I'm going to get them planted out, put the the bamboo back in, and jobs are good. And I've got all the long and heavy cucumbers in. I know what's what this year, so I know what I'm doing with them. The 2 end ones are long cucumbers. These 3 are heavy. And I've got them raised up, and I've got the soaker hose across the bottom, so the main bed will get watered, the top will get fed. Now if the cucumbers, any cucumbers sit in water for too long, you can develop stem rot. So where possible, don't water at the base of the cucumbers. So there's a handy little tip for you as well. So we've got all of them in. I've got carrots in there, sweet candle carrots. I've got my 4 leeks, which I can move at a later date if I've got more things to put in, which I technically do because I've got chilies that need to be put in. I've got tomatoes which are going to be going into here. I've got 2 that's brought down. I'm going to put them in next. I can actually make a cage out of these as well, which I can wrap around the 10-litre buckets. So I'm going to actually do that with 2 of them. I'm going to put two of the giant tomatoes in the beds now. And on this side as well, I've just sown some more sweet candle in here as well, just to put these in the corner. And like I say, if need be, I've got the entire back section here because I can move all of these at a later time. But that's a cracking job done for me. I'm pleased with that. I need to think about the back section because when it rains, the water does come in from the side, so I may need to have to put something along the back there, even if I get some of the offcuts of plastic and just like make a cover for rainy days or something. I don't know, we'll see what happens, but I'm pleased with that. That's all prepared, sorted for years to come if need be, and I'm going to get this side done now for the tomatoes. I've brought them 2 tomatoes in. I'm going to do the same on this side. I've got my buckets ready to go. I'm just going to prep this side ready to go. I'll put them 2 straight into the ground, into the buckets, and then I will just get the other 3 ready to go for when the other ones are ready to go in. So let's get this done. Then I can go use the big rotavator. Woo! Okay, that's all I've prepared, and I've got a tiny little shelf up there as well. I can put the stuff up there when I'm not using it. These buckets here, they use compost where I grew the carrots in last year. Now, what I'm going to do this year with them, I'm just busy giving them a mix over. I'm going to put some bloodfish and bone in here, and also some Vitax Q4 flour and veg. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to reuse this compost. I'm even going to take the compost out, and I'm going to put some more bluebell potatoes in these 30-litre buckets. I do have a few more buckets as well, which I'd like to put some more bluebell potatoes in, but that's what I'm busy doing at the minute. So I'm going to get some bloodfish and bone, just dig a hole out the way, pop 3 in per pot, and then I'm going to put them in here, 1 there, 1 there, and 1 in the front here as well. So hopefully they'll get a good start. And done. What I decided to do was I decided to put some the marigolds that I had spare just in the middle, just for a bit of colour when it comes into here. That'll be nice when they come through. I'll only have them. I'll have the lilies as well. It's going to look nice in here. Anyways, I wasn't expecting to get all of this done today. I wasn't expecting to get all of that done today as well. But I'm pleased with the amount of work that I've managed to get sorted today. Everything's had a good drink. Everything is in, prepared, sorted. A few plants put in. Tomatoes are now in the final buckets. I've got enough for 3 there, and I've got 5 altogether at home. I've got these bluebell potatoes put in here as well. Hey, I'm pleased with that, getting everything's tidied up in here. So that's one big task sorted out. I've now got some runner beans to put in as well. But sadly, time is getting the best of us today, so that's all I'm going to get managed to done today on the plot. I'm off tomorrow, so I'll be down again tomorrow to get the other side done. There's no point in rushing things. Might as well get it done right, do it right the first time. So I'll catch you all tomorrow. Good morning, down in Lesley's allotment. I'll show you what she's been doing in the plants I just got, but also I'll just show you very quickly. I went over to a friend named Harry yesterday, dahlia man, and he's given all of his spares, which is absolutely phenomenal. I got my propagators off Harry, and he just did say if he had any spares he would give us a shout, which he has done. So we've got lots of different varieties here. So me and Lesley's going to go through them all, and we're going to fill some of our beds up with dahlias, and I'm going to take the rest down to my garden and get them planted into mine. When I say there's loads, I'm not joking, there's loads. Every single one of them is potted up as well. There's so many different varieties here, it's unreal. East Moon, we've got fact. By the looks of things, most of them are East Moon. What's this one? Valentine. There's absolutely tons. What's that? Helen. We've got. I'm going to Google these and have a look and see what the flowers are. And Leslie's going to select which one she wants, and I'm taking the rest. We've also brought down the little rotavator as well, little mantis tiller, and I've done these 2 beds for her already. The beds, she's going to use these 2 beds for sweet corn. So the sweet corn that she's growing herself. Tell you what, Lesley, them these carnations are doing alright, aren't they? They're going to be coming up and flowering beautifully. We'll have to find somewhere for them. But all the rest of our flowers are coming through lovely. She's got these are the ones we put in the other week, and also she's brought down the Love Lies Bleeding from got off Dave from Dave's Allotment Garden. She's got our lilies on here. They're coming up nicely, lovely and healthy. Our sweet peas don't seem to be liking these conditions for some reason, but we'll give them a drink and see. They might just be thirsty. Well, you've done a little hanger basket there, haven't you, Lesley? Yeah, check you out. But by the time we get through all of these, we'll see what we've got and we'll put them out. I'm in somebody else's garden at the minute. Steve was helping lady out in her allotment. She's got Labradors and they keep on running across the beds, so we just made a little fence. This is the sort of state that the soil is in Leslie's before we put the compost over the topsoil on the top of it. Steve's asked us to bring over my little rotavator to get that side, because that side was already dug over, but I've just this second dug this side over, and you can see the difference here. So this side was already pre-dug and I've just went over it with the tiller. This side I've just dug over and it's just clay. So all of this is just clay. I'm probably going to struggle with the tiller over this, but I'm going to see if I can break it down a little bit more for them. Then I'll head back over at Leslie's and we'll see what she's up to. But good deeds, good karma. Right, back in Leslie's polytunnel after helping out Steve and who's it? Is it Emily?
Yes.
And Emily's allotment. Like I say, it's all about helping each other. Steve's done a tremendous job for us, so I didn't mind spending half an hour just helping him get that done, because it saved his back and saved him digging as well. Now, just having a quick look in here, everything's looking fantastic. The plants are looking good as well. You win if they smile, you're in, you did a good job. Leslie's busy pulling the bindweed out. There's bindweed in these here boxes. Now, look at this. This is what happens with bindweed. Now, you see that little thick bit there? That is the root. A tiny little bit of root. And the bit that's connected to it there, in fact, let's show you, I'll put it down and we'll have a closer look. So that's the root there. That was the original root, the white bit. And then from there, it sprouted little fibrous roots and a new bit of growth from the end of there, as you can see. Excuse the nails. And that's how bindweed works. It's an absolute nightmare. It's nightmare stuff. Some stuff there as well. Pull that out. Now we'll probably just end up splitting off and everything now. But even the thin stuff like that, you need to get all of it out. Look at it. And it just forks off. Wish it would fork off. It's closer getting to me swearing on here. But trying to get all of it out, but it's crazy how that stuff grows easily. I wish everything else would grow as easy as that. But polytunnel's looking canny. She's got some flowers on these pelargoniums. The sweet peppers are looking tip top. They're off Craig Orchard. She's got her red onions in there. They're just red in there, aren't they, Lesley?
Yes.
We've got our mixed marigolds here as well, which are looking nice. These are cucumbers. They're still doing all right. Tomatoes are perking up after our feed of Chem Pack 2. And Leslie's looking good. So anyways, moving on. See, I'm trying to get in the good books. Trying to get some more soil for here, and some more soil for these buckets. The broccoli and cauliflower that we should put in last week, and the lettuce are all looking fantastic. Got new growth on and everything as well. They're starting to be nice and dark green on the insides, and starting to get a few flowers on the marigolds as well, which is nice to see. We'll pop outside. The dahlias, Steve has mentioned to pop these up into the 3-litre pots, which is what she's done, and as soon as these are filled up, she'll put them into that bed, and I think she's putting some in that bed as well. We've also planted this rose tree out, which she wanted to plant out, and then she's going to put some other flowers around on the inside. The other outside, the stuff that's outside, the cauliflower and broccoli that's outside are doing all right as well. Just been weeding out. And we've also put some of Dave's Love Lies bleeding in here, and the sweet corn as well. I've just grown. Some of it got frazzled, but hopefully it'll pick up after a little while. If not, we'll just have to get some extras. But hey, it won't be long until we're planted out. But what a day, what a lovely day it is today. But that's all coming along, Connie here. And happy wife, happy life. I really must get my allotment, and I'm just going to chuck these straight on the ground. So I'm going to put them in, and also going to get my rotavator out from my side as well. So I'll size over my lot. Right, time to get this tackled. I need to get all this taken out of here, take the covers off, get the weeds done down the side, and rotovate them beds. Well, there's a start anyways. We're getting all down the path cleared out. I forgot to put gladiola bulbs in here last year. Obviously a few of them are coming back through again. I might have to lift this up and dig these out because I need the space here. But everything else is unravelled. I'm going to put the dahlias across the bottom there. Just put that cover back over. Everything else will just be getting left. I'm going to get the rotavator out once I've dug them out, and then rotovate this entire section here. Totally forgot how much I love this thing. Nice and easy, sorted, done. I wanted to put the dahlias in, but I've got to go get the kids from school, so I've got a couple of days short. If I manage to get a chance to come down after work tomorrow, I'll come down and sort that tomorrow night. But other than that, we're going to get the stuff away and get the kids. But a couple hours, job's done. Cheers again, Dave, for the spade. It's come in handy today. Good morning, Thursday morning. I start work in about an hour's time, so what I'm going to do very quickly, I've got two Lee Harrington's marrows to put in here, and I've also got the dahlias to put in along the back of there. So I'm going to set these up and I'm going to get this done, see what time it is and see what else I can get sorted. That's them two marrows popped in there. Give them a feed around as well, and I'm going to give everything a good drink. So that's them two done. That's all of them dahlias popped in as well. Thanks again, Harry, for them dahlias. Now basically from here all the way to here are the same variety. They are East, let's have a look, Eastwood Moon. And then from here I've got a couple of different ones. I've got a Canora Challenger on here, I've got Helen, I've got Valentine, that's a lovely red one, and White Moon as well. So I've got a couple of different varieties, yeah, but I've got a full bed in there as well, which is great. So this is coming along canny. I've got about 10 minutes, so what I'm going to do in these 10 minutes is sort this middle bed out here, because I'll sort this middle bed out, then I'm going to sort a little bit of this bed out so that I can put the giant runner beans in, the long runner beans. But I'm not going to do that today. That's why I'm going to put them in anyways. Oh, that's that done. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get some of that hay from the horse manure and just going to top dress this bed just so that can help prevent the weeds from coming through. I'm not going to put manure straight on because it'll burn the plants. So that's that done very quickly. Like I said, I just need to get pretty much these 3 beds sorted. I've already getting this little bit sorted out. That'll not take long to do because I've already dug it over previously. And this, when I used the big rotavator, shouldn't take too long to go through. And just pulling them. I left these brassicas in from last year just so that the bees can pollinate, and they have done. So they'll all need to come out as well. But it's coming along, and I'm pleased with the work I've managed to carry out this morning. Like I say always, little or nothing. So that's exactly what I've done today. Get my marrows in, get my dahlias in, getting the glad bed sorted out. Good preparation for when the flowering comes. I'm going to water these before I head home, and that's me done for today so far. Everybody, I've had an eventful Sunday. Sorry this is going out on Monday. Lesley's been in hospital. I had to take her up this morning because she's done her back in at the allotment, lifting something up, we believe it is, and she's done something with her spine, misaligned, trapped a nerve, and she had numbness down her right side of her leg. So I was decided to take her to the walk-in centre today. She's on strong painkillers now, and basically bed rest for the next week. But she's doing all right. Plenty hot baths and stuff like that, but she'll be all right. And just thanks everybody for their well wishes as well. This morning I came to my mum's because my mum got some hooks, some hangers for hanging baskets, as you can see in the background here, and she helped herself to half of my hanging baskets. I didn't say she could have them, but she just presumed. But me being the loving son I am, I've given her 6 hanging baskets for to go across the back of our bench here. So we'll see what they're like now, and I'll show you an update in a few weeks to a month's time, something like that. Then tomorrow I'm going to be putting mine up outside, and I've got a few more things to plan out of the allotment when I drop the kids off from school, because obviously I need to help Lesley out as well. So these are what they're like at the minute. We've got there's a mixture, busy lizzies, petunias and stuff in there. Just some petunias in there. I'll have to show her how to go about and looking after them. And just some busy lizzies in there, just all busy lizzies and begonias. So I'll have to show what she needs to do with nipping off the top, because she's already getting handy with our lilies, with our red lily beetle. But but hopefully she'll have some nice baskets for colour. I have advised her to get some ones to go across the middle, just to give it a bit of, or even just on the top, just to come over the top. But it's a work in progress. Let's show you the other side. This is the other side. My dad built this out of all reused bricks from an old wall that got brought down. This is Elizabeth's little fairy garden down here. She seems to have one everywhere she goes. These are my mum's lilies. She takes good care of her lilies, and these are just outside. You can see they're looking really good. Multiple tops as well. Look at all them. They look lovely, them. And my dad's been in here and he's got geraniums. We've got I think they're impedians or whatever they are. I can't remember what they are anyways. No, they're busy lizzies. Silly me. So we've got loads of different stuff. Marrows at the front, and this is my little sister's strawberry patch. Oh, yeah, she's got strawberries on some of these already. Strawberries on them already. Elizabeth loves the strawberries, don't you, darling? Yeah. Love the strawberries. But it all looks lovely when it's up and sorted. Right, time to get these home bathed. It's going to be strange for the night not doing the premiere, but I'll show you what I'm getting up to tomorrow, and I'll see you all tomorrow night. Morning. It is now Monday morning. Once again, apologies about yesterday. I've down to the plot. Leslie's doing alright, she's feeling a bit better this morning, but she needs the bed rest for the next 7 days. So I'm having to obviously sort out the kids and be a house husband as well when I'm not at work. So I've managed to just nip away while I'm waiting for other things happening at home, and I've brought me rest of my giant tomatoes down. I've got them down here, and looking at the stuff that I put in last week, everything's jumped. It's absolutely fantastic. I'll show you what the cucumbers and things are like. But one of the main jobs I want to get done today is I want to get the giant tomato, this one especially, into the bucket. These two behind us, I'll see what the root system's like, and I'll debate whether I put them in or not. Also, I've had a visitor down, so Dave Shaw has popped down, the allotment wizard. Unfortunately couldn't stay for very long, he was just coming to collect some plants that I had for him. So it was nice seeing Dave again. We'll have to organise a time for everybody to come down, because like I say, we've been planning on having a big collab basically, with a lot of guys coming down to help each other out, and it's starting to push on for time, and to be honest, I could really do with the help. So keep your eyes peeled for that and see what can get sorted. As you can see, look at these cucumbers. I mean, sorry, the giant lilies are out in the way here. I kind of push them out of the way. But these cute giant cucumbers are doing really well. I've had to just make some supports there with the blue pipe from the other polytunnel. I've just cut small, thin, half-inch sections just to use this as a ring support, because these were all toppled over. So these were over the top. So I've sorted them out. I've got them pointed up over. I've taken the side shoots off, so they're done as well. I need to give them a good watering, but yeah, they're doing really well now. Now nice and supported. Looking at these, let's have a look at these lilies. Going to have a lovely display with these lilies, and it's been quite good, especially with the amount of lack of lily beetle, which is fantastic. These, there's a bit of spider damage on them. But look at the stems. The stems are really thick as well, which is really nice, and we're getting to get a good few flower heads on there, and they're going to be beautiful when they open up. So we've got starting from the largest bulbs at the back, and moving on down over, and we're still going to have a nice display inside of here as well. I do have some in buckets outside, but I'm looking forward to seeing these as cut flowers, because there will be cut flowers when they're all done. Everything else is looking all right in here as well. We've got the bluebell potatoes in the bucket. The leeks, I just need to give them a drink. They're all right. I need to give the carrots a drink as well for the seeds. The tomatoes, let's have a look at the mega blooms on the tomatoes here. Now, giant tomatoes don't just grow from normal tomatoes. You need the seeds, you need the genetics. That's the reason why they work. Now, what we'll look for, and it's seed and it's look. What you look for with a giant tomato is what's called a fascinated flower head. That's multiple flower heads all together, so that it ends up creating one big tomato. Now, if you look here, it's normally on the first or second truss. Now, if we look on this one here, you can see there, that's a fascinated tomato. There's so many different flowers on there. It's really good. And also, so what will happen is, once this opens up a bit more, I'll take these ones off once it's fully opened up, and then I'm just focusing on this one tomato. And these tomato plants don't get very big. Now, these probably will get about this tall, and that's it. I'll be looking at the first and second truss, then that's it. I'll take the top off, nip the top off. Same with this one as well. Look, there's another one there. It's not as big as the other one, but we'll see what becomes of it anyways. But I'm pleased with that. I'm starting to get a first truss anyways, and this stem is really thick as well, nice and thick. Well, it's thicker than what the other plants have been anyways. But I've got this one here, it's ready to go in, and them two, I'll debate whether I'll put them in or not if I've got the compost. So let's get them done. Now that they're in, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my weekly feed. I'm using Chempack 2 at the moment for the high nitrogen feed. Now, the high nitrogen feed is for greener growth, which is exactly what I want to keep these nice and green. Same with the leeks, and then that's it sorted. I just need to get everything else watered. Then I'll show you what the collies are like and stuff like that as well. Then we'll call it a day for the day. Right, now that that's all done, let's show you what me and Dave got up to earlier on, and then I'll give you a quick tour of what's been happening. So one of the things that Dave mentioned when he was here was one of the things that he's getting from me is if you see it, do it. And it's something that's always stuck, and it is something that's really handy. So we're seeing this and we did it. So I'm getting all this sorted out here because I want to put me runner beans in here now. I want to get them last little bits of weed, and on this side we had all the brassicas from last year and stuff. Dave's just kindly gladly pulled them all up, stuck them on one side, and I've just got this little bit of tidy over. So I just need to get all the horsetail pulled up, and then I'm going to rotivate this bed, rotivate that bed, and get the little bed sorted as well. These glads have come up lovely since I was de-weeded the other day, which is nice to see. And if we just come down here, silly me left the bloody fish blood and bone out, didn't I? Marrow's doing all right. Marrow's doing all right, and all of these dahlias are doing all right as well. So they're doing fine. I'm just going to give them a drink of chem pack too as well. So give them because I want green, I want leafy greens. So they'll do all right. So the bottom end of the garden is now sorted, as you can see. Down here, that's all done. I've just got my allotment partner there, Ronnie. He's come down, he's getting a couple of bits of rhubarb. He's asked permission this time. See, from the mistake he did a couple of years back when he took the big sticks of rhubarb when I was taking him to the shows. See you later, Ronnie. So this is coming on canny. I'll show you what I'm going to do at the top. So what I'm going to do in here is I'm going to take this blue cover off this week, and I'm going to rotivate all of these beds, and then I'm going to get the other marrows put into these beds all the way up. There's a bit of the dahlias at the top here starting to come through, so I'll just leave that section. Any of the dahlias that's alive, I'll leave them in there, but the rest of it's going to be all used for marrows again this year. Then next year, what I'm going to do, depending on what happens, I might put dahlias in here. But I've got a big plan what I want to do with that, but I don't know whether I'll do it next year or not, but I will get it done eventually. Then I've just got these 3 beds to sort out, and that's this garden all tickety-boo and sorted. Let's go next door and I'll show you the onions and things. In the onion house here, as you can see, onions are all standing up for themselves here, which is nice. It's good. I am well behind from what I have been in previous years. I've normally got onions about 12 inches round by this time. These are well behind, but like I said, I wasn't really planning on doing a great deal this year, apart from building work and stuff, so having anything is better than nothing. The loofahs are doing really well at the side here. I've even got some side shoots coming across. This won't be long until this is going to be travelling across here. So there's some loofahs already starting to come on here as well. That's not, because that didn't germinate, so pollinate properly, should I say. The big onions, they're doing all right as well, I suppose, for what they are. Take the old foliage off. I've given these a drink, a chem pack too, as well. I'll just leave that on there and let it die back naturally. The weeds out of there. So there's another one here and another one here. They're not very tall, but they'll do. I'll have something to pull out anyways. This other loofah is coming on leaps and bounds. I've sorted it out. Comes all the way to the top there, and I'll have to get the hook and eyes in across here, because that'll not be long till there goes across. These onions though, they're much more uniform shape. They're doing okay. The inside, as you can see, I've had obviously previously where I had pest damage, thrip damage, where there's regularly spraying. That thrip damage is now gone, and I've got lovely green foliage here now. Let's see what's the problem here. Get rid of that. Not that foliage yet. Just a bit of tidying up, bit of maintenance while I'm here, so you can do it. So all of these are looking okay. Straight into the beds. This one's a pretty one. Pretty big one, should I say. It's fat. This one looks terrible. But I'll get a chance anyways. But the onions are doing alright in here, I suppose. They'll be much better next year. And they'll be much better the year after that. And I'll see it every year until I stop growing. Just outside in this mess of a bed, I've got my elephant garlic, which now has the scapes on. I can take the scapes off. Now, you don't want to be lifting your garlic too early. Now, what the ideal time to lift your garlic is when you have when it starts dying back. Now immediately this one, I've spotted a problem. this garlic has got white rot. You can see from the bottom there. So that's not a good sign at all. I'll probably end up digging these out. That's just rotted all the way through that. You can see it's awful. See if I can pull it out here. Can I pull it out? I'll shift that out the way. See if I can get it out. 2 ticks. Yeah, so these were supposed to be elephant garlic. I've pulled this one far too early, but as you can see here, absolutely covered in white rot. It's an absolute nightmare. Can't grow garlic in there again. Won't be growing garlic in this bed again. It is a shame because the rest of them are probably be no good now as well. But they'll be getting left in anyways. It is disappointing, but you know what it is? I love the smell of garlic, and I could probably still use that. But it is what it is. Never mind. Win some, we lose some. The onions that I planted from the sets, they just need to be de-weeded. Need to be de-weeded around basically. That's a bit of a pest. Got a bug in the bed, which we don't want. But our lemon onions are looking all right in there. Right, let's have a look inside this greenhouse. So these potatoes in a bucket for Dean Roberts' potato in a bucket challenge. Looking fantastic, tip top. Nice big foliage on them. Already getting the flowers on them as well. But I haven't been here for a little while, and you can tell because I fried them. I had swede, I had broccoli, I had green cauliflower, I had normal cauliflower, purple cauliflower, Romanesco cauliflower. They're all knackered. Coming at the back, we've got the Roma on one side, Roma tomatoes on one side, and we've got the Moneymaker on the other. They're coming up all right. I need to get in here and do a bit of weeding, a bit of hoeing. Just in there, I'm going to put some more straw on the bottom as well, but this has had a good drink, a good water in today. So hopefully with the weather and everything, this does pick up. With the marigolds, this one was huge. This one was really big. So what I've done, obviously to promote bush growth, bush plant, I've just nipped that off. I might even just nip it off again, just to keep it low, keep it down. I don't want a really big marigold plant, but I love the smell of marigolds. It's like tomatoes when you rub your hands across the tomatoes. Speaking of tomatoes, let's go into the middle greenhouse and let's have a look at them tomatoes, the sun gold and the yellow ones. Inside here, looks like organised chaos. But Dave came in before and gave us a hand, and we've taken all the side shoots off. So as you can see, we've taken all the side shoots off, and I've moved the rings up a little bit higher, and I've got the first truss on. Right, you always miss one. There's a fact I missed a few there. You always go past and you always miss more. I've got my first truss of tomatoes on, which is really good. So I'll be feeding these once a week, which I have been doing. I've done today. So these are all doing really well. The 8 that I've got in here, nice and tall. They're in 10 litres a pot, 10 litre pots with the not multi-purpose, with Clover Professional pot and bedding. Another one I've missed, and I've got the marigolds in the front here, so it's going to be bright and colourful in here. I've got the bluebell potatoes, the first batch that I put in. I've got them in the back here. They're doing fantastic in there, fantastic. We've got the flowers on them as well. And this side, I think we've got sun gold. So the sun gold or golden sunrise, one of the two. But some of these have already got 2 trusses on. But the lovely dark green foliage, lovely plants. They will do me absolutely fantastic for the weeks and months to come. With a lovely abundance of tomatoes, I can just take off and eat when I'm here. Outside, the cabbages, the cauliflower, sorry, that I planted, the broccoli and cauliflower. I think they're Romanescos actually. They look a lot bigger and a lot better than they did when I planted them out. They look nice and green as well. I've given these a feed today, some Chempack too as well. I need to sort out this cover again, but I'm not going to bother doing that today. Can't be chewed, can't be bothered. Look at this. Look at the lupin. That's a 2nd year lupin. Look at the plants on it. There's a bee on there as well. Buzzy bee. And that's just something I left in from a small plant 2 years ago. Everything else in here is just weed basically. I need to get them all pulled out and taken out, sticky weed and everything like that as well. It's already climbing halfway up the tree. But I'm not fussing on the negative, I'm fussing on the positive. These look absolutely fantastic. Lovely colour in the garden. It's the first thing I seen when I came into the garden. It was really nice to see. In here, I know I showed you very quickly when I was watering, but these red giant cabbage are doing alright. All of them are doing alright. They've all had like I say, they've had a good feed today as well. They're doing fine. Giant swede. Put plenty top growth on. Nothing really happening underneath yet. And the rally cauliflower that I put in, they're doing all right. I need to get the cones over there for the base. I've got a bit at the bottom there. There we go. We'll see if I can beat my personal best, which I think was 5 kilos and 55, and that was really bad considering everybody else had 20 kilo ones. But you can just, all you do is just learn from the past mistakes. Lee, I know you're asking about them cabbages. Here's the cabbages that you give us, the Brunswick ones. They're doing fine. They've had a good drink today as well, and they've there's no problems from what I can see with these ones. I'm sorry that you lost yours, but these are doing all right, mate. Right, one more task to do before I leave. I'll show you the marrows that I've brought down, and I'm going to put the long runner beans in. So here I've got the long runner beans. I'm going to get them in now and put them next door. But these are my marrows. I've got the roll mark bags marrows. This is from 187.4. These are the ones I brought in from home. They're all dying to get out. That's the reason why I need to get the ground prepared and the ground sorted. That needs a drink, and that needs a drink as well. They're the good ones, 200.6. So I need to get them a drink. Everything else in here just needed a drink, to be honest. The begonias there are looking nice in them 2 litre pots. I need to get organised in the back of here. Right, well, considering I'm not going to be able to get back until Wednesday, I've just popped them into some watering trays here, along with the marigolds and stuff as well, so they'll have a good drink, and they'll be fine for me when I come back on Wednesday and get the rest of the bits and pieces sorted. Right, I'm going to get these runner beans in, the 27-inch ones and the foot-long ones and stuff. I'm just going to put 5 in here, probably go halfway, and then I'll be heading home to put my hanging baskets on the front of the house, and I'll show you what I'm going to do with them. But very quickly, let's see if I can do this magic. There we go. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 runner beans, and if I need be, because I know I'll have to build it higher, I will do so, because I've got the other netting as well. So I'll just get a couple of bamboo canes when the time comes and sort them out. I have accidentally noticed that the top snapped on this one, the top snapped on that one as well, but I'm not too worried about that, because what will happen now is it'll just bush out, so creating more beans. But that's another task knocked off the list of things to do today. Right, head home, and I'm going to hang these baskets, and that's going to be the last contribution for this week's video. So just before I do head home, I've just popped down to Lesley's allotment, and just to give our garden a water and everything a water through. I'll show you what she's done, and I think I know why just bought herself, basically. I think on top of these buckets, Lesley, I think it's carrying all of this compost through as well. I think that's what's possibly jarred your back, so I'm sorry that I didn't do it. But what I'm going to do here very quickly, I'm going to fill up the rest of the big buckets, and I'm going to fill up that bed as well with the rest of the compost, so it's all done for her for when she's up and ready to come back down again. All the collie and the broccoli that she put in is looking great, apart from this broccoli, as it's already starting to have a floret on the top. And I think some of these as well are oh no, they're all right. The ones outside have got heads on already, so I'm going to take that one out, and I'm going to bring some seed down and just put a seed in direct. This side is looking tip top as well. Our sweet peppers are looking canny. She's got some lovely flowers coming through the top here. Our red onions are looking fantastic. She's got some nice cucumbers on the go. Need to stake them up, tie them up. But the marigolds are looking lush. Tomatoes are doing fantastic as well. And them ones as well. I'll take the suckers off while I get a chance to, while I'm here. But these have all been watered and all looking tippy top. Now, what she's done is she's grown the leeks that I give her in these 30 litre buckets. And I've just, all she's done is separated them off, dipped the hole, dropped the leek in, and I've just been across with the water and filled the rest of the holes up. You don't have to push in, you don't have to pull it in, push it down. They will find their own way back up again. You don't have to worry about any of that. But she's growing these in pots. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to sort these out now, get this done, and then I'm going to head home. So a handy tip with beds on the inside as well, the polytunnels and greenhouses and things, even if there's nothing in, it's always a good idea to basically have the beds wet as well, to water the beds, because when you come to put the soil, when you come to put stuff in, you don't want the soil to be bone dry. so it's always a better idea to water the beds, possibly even just a couple of days before you plant into them. But I'm just going to water this in, so there's plenty of moisture in the beds, and I've already done this one as well, and I'll show you what else I've managed to get sorted for her. Whether or not it's something she wants done, I don't know. I'll find out when we're watching this video back together. Looking outside here, everything's doing all right. She got these off Dave. These are the Love Lies Bleeding. They're coming up all right. She's managed to rescue, when I put these in for her last week, 8 out of 9 sweet corn, so there's still plenty there. Unfortunately, she's lost that one, but never mind. Never mind. Look at what else she's managed to got here. Before she hurt herself, she's done this. Now, look at these. These are lovely. These were things were dug up from some, I think, were from Steve's allotment. But she's also made this as well, which is, says she's going to put strawberries in here. So there's her just looking at stuff online, and she made this and painted it herself. She's already got them lined out. Everything's already done in there. She needs her compost and put the strawberries in, which I've got some strawberries for her to put in. So when she's back up to healthier ways, she can put her tomato, she can put her strawberries in there. And like I say, these carnations look absolutely fantastic. Right, time for me to head home. Get these baskets put up on the house and outside. Right, back at home now. I've wanted to get hanging baskets put outside for a while now. Got my hangers, so I'm going to put these one there, one there, one there, and one there. So I'm going to have 4 hanging baskets across the front, and I'll show you what they're like afterwards. Right, well, that's them up. I'll try my best. One of them's out of line, but let's show you what they look like. 2 next to the door there, and I've got 2 over there as well. So that's them done. Hopefully they'll be looking lovely by the time the flowers come over the top. Right, time to sign off. So I've left her on here. Oh bless. Oh, it's all right. We'll look after you. It's fine. She's putting a brave face on. She's all right, aren't you though? Yep. Yeah, it's because she's laying down all day. Bless you. It's a hard life. It's a hard life. I've got you. I've been out to look after her. But no, that's me sorted for last week and today. So I will see you all this week. It's strange saying that. I'll see you this coming Sunday. We'll have more content, hopefully. Depends on how obviously Lesley feels. So from me, goodbye. Thank you very much for watching, liking, subscribing, and I shall see you all next week.